Dear friends, welcome to Spiderdead. The year is 2020, and this is a project that we do on a regular basis to collectively and individually examine and hold space for the grief and disappointment and rage and sadness and everything that we have been going throughout the years, the things that we will struggle with for the rest of our lives. And I am sure that you know that's Dexter. He wants to say hi to y'all. He really misses everybody, and I also really miss everybody, right, Dexter? See, he's sad. So anyway, this year has sucked. It's been terrible, and here we are. We're still here. We're still doing the thing. This year has been no stranger to really terrible things happening, and I think we, even if we haven't lost someone directly in the pandemic that we're all living through, can relate to the loss of something, and the grief that comes with living in the world we live in right now and have. So yeah, thank you for hanging in there with us. Thank you for being here, and we're really glad you're here.
Spiderdead is for the living, but also for the dead. We believe that this work is radical in its refusal to shy away from the pain of death and its insistence that we actively embrace mourning. We intend to let our grief inspire us so we might harness it to create and organize against the violence of systems that cause senseless death and destruction. We will use our sadness and rage to manifest radical compassion and growth and change for our community and our world.
We vow to continue to care for ourselves and each other by recognizing our collective and individual pain. We believe that by remembering death and addressing our own mortality, we can more fully celebrate life and work harder to help those around us. We do this work because we love each other and we love you.
In case you didn't know, the show is raising funds for You Are Here, our mental health project that is possible in partnership with local nonprofit DMAC Denton. Every penny we raise for this showcase will support therapy scholarships for local creatives. So if you are able to donate directly to the project, the link is in your virtual program, and we thank you greatly. Also, a gentle reminder that You Are Here hosts a peer-led support group every Tuesday evening. And we'd love for you to join us anytime you're in need of community or want to talk through your thoughts and feelings in a friendly, thoughtful, and non-judgmental space. Taking care of your health, your mental health, is so important. You can do it. We love you.
To learn more about Spiderweb Salon and our many collective adventures, please visit spiderwebsalon.com. You can also check out the info and links in the virtual program on our website to learn about the incredible artists who are sharing this work tonight and to access written transcripts of the lyrics, poetry, and stories being shared.
As you watch our show this evening, please remember that you are not alone. Since the show is indeed about death and grieving, there may be some difficult content we're processing. Please remember that it is okay to grieve. Please give yourself the time and space to feel your feelings. But you can always step away if it's too much. We'll be here when you return.
More than anything, we wish we could be together in the same room right now. But we know a day will come again when it will be safe for us to gather and share our art and stories and our food and laughter and tears. Until then, know that we love and miss you. No matter what happens, we will get through this together. We will continue to do what we can to create together and build a better world for us all. Please enjoy the show.
Fighting wars without mercy. Our ancestors in their graves, dancing in death for eternity. Baptized clean by our wealth, reaping fields of our poison seed. A songbird chained as a slave, no illusions of being freed. Won't you sing with me? Traitorous blood, sycamore tree, plaintive bended knee, winter glass, hypocrisy. The winter glass reflection, fighting for mortal glory. Juxtaposed fist and fury. Won't you sing with me? Traitorous blood sycamore tree. Plaintive bended knee. Winter glass hypocrisy.
Beginnings are always preceded by endings. So much of what I've known have been endings. Heart-breaking, soul-devouring endings. Left behind, stunted, unable to breathe, always searching for what was lost. I cried. I cry. Every day. Lamenting the death of me. Through tears, through experience, I apperceive the endings. All those truths that were told to me are decaying. That home was not safe. That love was not love. Those were not people to be trusted. My culture was worth and is something to be proud of. I hold beauty. I let lies wither away. I welcome the death of these words that hurt me. I embrace the demise of detrimental relationships. I lay my fears and hurt to rest in oblivion. I let the person I was die, to let the person I am live.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been, what we've been through, and if we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
I felt a sadness so deep, so overwhelming, so engulfing, that not even the fullness of the ocean could hold me. I felt a rage so strong and powerful that all the fires of hell couldn't hold a candle to my vexation. I felt an emptiness so vast that not even the vacuum of space could comprehend the black hole that was born in my belly. I felt utterly alone. I made an offering to my ancestors that night. Beans and rice and mezcal. Gifts of peace to soothe the spirits inside me, the souls that give me strength. I placed my offerings outside. If I were angry, I could only imagine my ancestors were too. Those who bore the brunt force of hate on celestial backs. I did not want to bring anger into my home. I do not like being angry. I am first and most often called gentle. Pleasant.
Hi friends, how are you doing? Are you feeling happy? Or are you feeling a little sad? Or are you feeling pleased to be spending time with your pals, even if it's virtually? Yeah, hi. Either way, your feelings are valid, and we are going to give everyone a quick intermission to grab extra tissues, snacks, drinks, and stretch a little. If you are able, please consider making a donation to You Are Here to support our artist therapy scholarships. Just follow the link in your virtual program to make a direct donation via our friends at DMAC Denton, or visit them at dmacdenton.org. We'll take about a 10-minute break. When you see us purring on a screen, that's when it's just about time for the show to get started again. We'll see you later.
To leave this house, guess I'm staying in and put a record on. Take me to New Orleans or to Addis or to Memphis, someplace I've never seen. Let the image of another world dance in my head. Even if I don't step outside or get 5 feet from my bed, I'm gone when you put a record on. On the wind, put a record on. Gear me up for the fight, get me ready for the struggle, let my mind be right, make me brave enough to rise up and wise enough to survive. Even if I'm too afraid to shout or even to speak, I'm strong when you put a record on. Let their words make me anybody other than me. Give me Miles cool, give me Jay-Z's wealth, and let me live a little while as somebody else. And I'll feel alright, even if I can't write what's wrong. I'll put a record on.
but it might be bad right now. Things are gonna change someday, things are gonna change somehow. Hungry and sick, waiting for the trickle down. We'll take to the streets someday, we're gonna burn the city down. Medicated youth, too comatose to get too tired to fight. Bright screens blind our eyes, saying everything will be alright. Pies getting smaller, but we all wanna get a slice. The debt crushes down, but the things we have are really nice.
Landscape with the poet as emergency responder. There where the earth cracks at the whim of black molten blood, there where the sea slips on its own waves washing inward, I too apply poetry to that spot, dab here and rub gently into skin, though I know the ache will persist. It's therapeutic, this medicine, not a cure. I wrote a poem for my brother and applied it to his chest, check for pulse, and if needed, give 2 breaths, as if it might unburrow the splinter that dug its way into his heart. Breathe, breathe. I do not have a brother. We, he and I, made a pact amid flat Texas plains, clasped our bleeding hands together and watched blood drip out from our palms onto dead grass, dead leaves. I wrote a poem for that earth. Some years after they had dug my brother beneath it, below that hard to sift, harder still to dig Texas clay, administer compressions at a rate of 30 BPM. Think Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees. I never had a brother. I had a question. I had an aching thought. I walked out into an empty field on the hottest day on record before the next hottest day on record. Where I stood, a tremor ruptured the flatlands which folded upright and formed towering walls. Bits of earth and rock tumbled downward, until the walls were barren, stripped clean. The shadows which immersed me, the doctor will see you now, contrasted the sunlit terrain ahead. The doctor told me once CPR commences, the patient is typically lost. There were hills rolling along that plain, and so the horizon was obstructed, not quite a flat line.
Jars. I have filled jars, some with anger, some disappointment, others frustration and sadness. I've carried my jars with me, And when my arms became full, I set them on a shelf to collect dust, to let bygones be bygones, to be forgotten, because forgiveness meant turning the other cheek again and again and again. And when my shelves became full, I built new shelves to house my jars. I remembered then that my middle part is called to bind. So rather than neglecting my words, I bound my anger and hatred and fear to my ribs, and I let out a primal cry. I bound my rage and disgust and hopelessness into euphoria, and I let oceans pour from my face.
I am grateful and fortunate to be in community with such inspiring and magical people. Thank you. Share, indulge, celebrate. May the muses be generous, kind, patient, and true. Thank you for the gifts. The music is pouring out of me now. Is the enough notes? The colors are coming into my eyes. Is there enough paint? Is there enough time? I must organize my emotions. Give logic a break. Your voice is beautiful. We can make it work. Don't be afraid to create and destroy and become. Step into it. Step into our power. This is not the end. I will not be silenced. Strong, sensual, vulnerable. Finger dance, the sound of fingers dancing. Yes. I am pleased that I can do this. This I can do, yes. Yes, you can. You can. Always know you can. And with love. Can you do it again? Do it louder and harder? Please? Even if it doesn't work out, it will work out. We can make it work. And believe me, it will work. Even if it seems like the end has arrived, know that exactly what is supposed to happen is happening. It is working even in the darkest of times. Even when we feel lost and alone, it will work. Yo no me quito. So that I may one day hear her sing again, we are pleased. God damn, we are pleased. May 27th, 2018, Spiderweb Salon in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Hashtag pleased.
Panhandle, manhandle, border and debauch. Checkbook, Charlie, General Patton, every crunch. The radio is taking you down to the river to drown. The radio is taking you down by the liver since you found me out. Cast a line in the shirt and keep a weather eye on the Sonata in deep water. Everything's reversed now. Come on up to the front of the Greyhound. There's a spider on the other side of the aisle, spinning words in the preacher's ear. Not to fear, he said, it's not a segregationist bug, it's a feature. Torpedoes and toothpaste never seem to go back into the tube. It's a one-way commute, let's face it, it was always going to be a one-time use. Lace up your horseshoes and hand grenades, growing further and further apart. Every Thursday you could nail it in, you could pull a pin with a bare bodkin and make some of the pain go away, my friend. The radio is taking you down to the river to drown. The radio is taking you down with the ship essential ran out. Cry, Uncle Big Brother, before Mother smells the rumple in the bed sheets. We'll get the switcheroo. Bobby's in the local news. A junkie bunked up and died overnight in a pool house. Too late for anyone to help. An overdose of self-loathing and the father's belt. It would take anyone to task when everyone believes. If you ask, then you shall deceive. The poltergeist is rattling the light from your mother's eyes. The banshee's considering a final thing, only one last scream. The old hag is muffling with the ruffle feather pillow in the velveteen. Mine eyes have seen the glorious second coming of the Lord and laid him on the green. The poltergeist is rattling the light from your mother's eyes. Cross your eyes and hope to die trying to make things right. When the poltergeist
To the wasp caught between the screen and the window, an apology letter. I am sorry. I am perhaps unqualified to represent the human race in this apology. Just another person whose face could have been created by a computer algorithm for marketing purposes, one of billions, whose name is malleable and forgettable, but I am sorry. Perhaps my words don't mean much, if they're even mine, if you can even understand them. But I never meant for you to be here. Crawling on the glass, dragging your limbs and wings, damaged, shattered, torn and broken, searching for a way out that doesn't exist, day after day, dying. I never meant for you to die here in my home, if this is even my home, a building I didn't build but still pay to maintain, to steal away from the ground birds and the possums in my backyard. I don't even know how you got in. I thought I'd sealed up every entrance against you and the ants in the hot summer air, but here you are, dying. And I am sorry. But that does not change that you will die here, trapped between glass and screen, just like I will die one day, if not tomorrow, face turns toward a screen. Mind and eyes damaged, shattered, torn, and broken, dreaming of the outside, like you, if you dream, if I even dream. But we will both die, and I am so sorry.
Dearest, this is a difficult letter to write. The world is sick. I am sick. The wheels of sadness have been turning in my mind for quite some time. Despair, guilt, rage, dread, fear, isolation. Repeat. I have gone mad trying to make sense of anything. In all the horror of this year, one thing sets it apart from the horrors of all the other years. The distance between us. Our sanctuary of togetherness destroyed. I miss the comfort of your voice. Rooms full of laughter. The medicine of a deep conversation. A great hug. A night of dancing under the moon together, howling and alive. I miss feeling alive. I miss your stories, your songs, your fire. I miss going to your shows, your galleries, your kitchen, and watching you shine. I miss the magic that can happen only when we are together. I wish I was not so affected by this loneliness, but I am. These have been dark days. I am not myself. I worry about us, about you, every day. I started countless letters to you, but they were too sad. I have never been good about asking for help. I want to tell you that every day I try not to die. That some days it is all I can do. I want to tell you something that will make you smile. Something warm that feels like a hug when you read it. I want to tell you that this will not be forever, because that's what I tell myself to get from one day to the next. Tell me, what do you tell yourself? How are you getting by? How are you carrying your grief? How can I help? It is easy to be lost right now. So much is uncertain, so much out of our control. We can only do our best, which changes every day. For better or worse, nothing will ever be the same. I mourn what we had, our joy and our struggles. I will miss our time together the way one misses a secret. You could never know quite what it meant to me. I wish I could hold your hand and tell you the truth, that it was everything. A heavy burden and the brightest light, a rhythm, my heartbeat. I mourn the past so we may embrace the future. I mourn because I want us to survive.
Hi, I'm Taylor Teachout. I think I'm supposed to say that, maybe. And this is a song I wrote about feelings of dread mixed in with some of my great-grandmother's, what I've been told are Black Southern superstitions. So when it rained, my mother said that she would cover all the windows and cover the mirrors and light candles and tell everybody to speak really low in a whisper because the devil was listening. So yeah, the song is about a little bit of that. It's called Heavy. Don't get too far for me to reach you, in the off chance that I need to. Don't get too far for me to reach you, I need you. 'Cause I heard it's coming down, here it comes, it's coming down heavy. Did you feel it coming down, here it comes, it's coming down heavy. Maybe you should pick me up. Now it's time to get away from all the windows. Cover mirrors, turn out all the lights. Hide your hair from those who wish to harm you. 'Cause I heard it's coming down tonight. Did you think you'd drown in your conviction? Would you die to right what you know is wrong? Did you think if you hummed another hymnal, you'd be safe for just another song? Don't get too far from me to reach you. In the off chance that I need to, don't get too far from me to reach you. In the off chance that I need you. 'Cause I heard it's coming down, here it comes, it's coming down heavy. Did you feel it coming down, here it comes, it's coming down heavy. Maybe you should pick me up. Don't get too far for me to reach you. Don't get too far for me to reach you.
My shoulders carry my story and the history of my ancestors. The very dichotomy of oppression and power is written into my marrow. When I look back, I see the hands of my mothers resting on my shoulders, reminding me that the world has not yet robbed me of my resiliency and tenderness. Tenderness is my birthright. Their wise and warm embrace reminds me that I am capable of turning bitterness into sweet wine. That my black body is magic and that my whiteness is not a curse. That I exist at the perfect intersection of the universe. My last part is called "To Rend That Which No Longer Serves Its Purpose with Skill and with Tact." I am discarding those parts of my inheritance that no longer serve me, like pulling weeds from my garden. I have traversed lands that were not made for me, and I have created a homeland in myself. I am young and old at the same time, just like my children will be. When my children ask me how to carry the world, I will remind them, as my mothers have reminded me, that they cannot wear a crown with their heads down. I will tell them to proudly let their tears water their gardens, because that is how to find joy in sorrow. I have found peace for a moment. But I will never stop screaming.
What the fuck, 2020? Everything is hard right now. Try to adjust to a cruel world. Find your comfort where you can in this new landscape. Put on your own oxygen mask before helping others with theirs. In, out, one breath at a time. Even if it doesn't get easier, you will get better at it. Doing the right thing is exhausting and necessary. A lot is still a lot. At least I'm not carrying it alone. Raging with others feels better than raging alone. Daily violence doesn't get easier to deal with, but at least I have friends who understand. You're not going to be alone forever. Fast bonds enduring through fair and foul weather, more precious than gems, our moments together. We will all get through this.
There's hope for tomorrow, so make sure that there is a tomorrow. Do something absurd that makes your weird heart happy. Painting your nails in the face of oppression is the biggest and best mood. Detachment from outcomes is hard work. Feelings are not facts, but be honest with your feelings as they happen. Vulnerability is power. Vulnerability takes massive strength. Vulnerability is the antidote to shame. Listen to your inner voice and acknowledge its words. It releases shame. Feel the feels so you can heal. The only way out is through. Relaxing into the waves of grief is not giving up its recovery. My pain is real and it is mine to share. Grieving is a part of healing, and healing is messy. But hope is infinite. Never lose hope.
Can you help me out of the box I've put myself in? I gotta know when I need to be a person. Disassociation is a skill, so it takes practice. Numbing out because everyone's playing not it. What is there to get back to? Stop telling me I'll get used to it. Fuck meeting in the middle. We can't tolerate intolerance. We can't disagree about the inherent value of human life and dignity. Fuck people who refuse to grow with you. Boundaries. Sometimes the best thing to do is walk away. Take what you need and leave the rest behind. Do what you can to save your energy for what matters most. Just because a person is related by blood doesn't mean we owe them anything. Family doesn't have to be defined by blood. Home is where my heart is. Chosen family helps heal wounds from blood family. Our parents' failings are not our fault. Their silence doesn't mean that your pain isn't real. The apple may not fall far, but the worms can roll it anywhere. I hope to grow and reach the sky.
We are more than our experiences. Get rid of the rules that you made only to punish yourself for breaking. You're allowed to feel at home in your body. Continue being honest with yourself. The work you're doing is important. Slow down. Listen to yourself. Your soul awaits. Loving yourself is both radical and necessary. We exist and are worthy of everything we need to exist. I am all the love I ever wanted. I am worthy of shelter, food, water, and love. It's tragic it took so long for me to realize that I needed to love myself, but it would be more tragic if I never did. I am enough, and I'm trying to believe it. I am a whole ass person. You are a whole ass person. We are whole ass people. You and I are magnificent. We're all human. This is what support feels like.
When one of my friends loses a mirror, I just take 'em down to the mirror store. Ask 'em if one looks any clearer, any less much than the other four. They only sell 5. And then my friend taps on their teeth, quietly tells me that they're not sure. Why are we here? I don't wanna be here. Get me away from the mirror store. Well, there's lots of things to look at today, but I don't wanna see myself that way. I don't wanna say you. I know you, I do. So we walk down the street with gaffer's tape, covering up any stray glass, windows and cars, decorative plates, anything beaming the wrong thing back. By the time we're done, we're feeling okay. It's 2 a.m. and we're at the beach. Water's forever, no water's right here. We agree to disagree. There's lots of things to look at today. I don't wanna see myself that way. I don't wanna say you. I know you, I do. There's lots of things to look at today. I don't wanna see myself that way. I don't wanna say you.